All right. I am glad you guys are here to listen to me. And maybe you won't invite me again after I'm done. You represent the heartbeat of professionalism in our country, in any society. I think it's important that we don't laugh through the conditions that we find ourselves as a people. You're the best of minds. Anyone who is able to train and become a lawyer in Nigeria represents the elite of our society. What's going on is an abandonment of responsibility by the elite of our country. The truth is, the people of this country, the larger population of the poor, are almost trapped in intractable poverty. Some 133 million are perniciously in that state of poverty. One thing that is fundamental are the choices that we make as a people. And guess what? The lawyers determining the rule of law of this society and what is rewarded, what is punished, at the heart of it. The question that I hope your conference this year would force each of you to ask is, should there be an evaluation of what our profession has done to provide the necessary guardrails for the behavior of our political class? It's not to be that we, as the privileged class, for as long as you're educated, you're a privileged class, we need to understand that this society lays prostrate for the poor right now, some 133 million of them, that a distorted incentive society is making it impossible for them to actually have a quality of life that is close enough to just being normal. And therefore, I am praying that as the legal profession, you can agree that there is serious discussions that are making it difficult for incentives to align in the direction where hard work is rewarded. This country has to go back to rewarding hard work. This idea that politics is the pathway to becoming wealthy is an anomaly. Any profession that is rewarding this kind of prebendalist behavior cannot be a profession that cares about tomorrow. But I do know that I know some of you, and you're some of the best minds that we have in this society. So, stop trading this profession. Stop giving this profession over to a bunch of lousy politicians that want to destroy generations here and unborn. Don't invite me again. Even if you invite me, I may not come again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the final, just hold on.
May God Almighty bless Obi Ezekwesili. I am so happy that someone could look at these lawyers eyeball to eyeball and tell them the truth. Yes, I know they know that there is corruption in the system, but it is very beautiful when someone in the public looks at them eyeball to eyeball and tell them the truth. Our judiciary has become a joke. Obasanjo just slammed them lately telling them how corrupt they are. International organizations have come out and they have told us how our judiciary system is very corrupt. The government of US came out lately to also say that they will sanction our judges. I mean, it is becoming very embarrassing. Honestly speaking, very, very embarrassing. And at the rock of any democracy, any republic, is the judiciary. Because the truth is that the executive can be messing up. The legislator can be doing what they want. But if the judiciary is strong and firm, they will put the other arms of government to order. But unfortunately, what we have in Nigeria is when politicians or where politicians are the ones controlling the judicial system. The truth is that if you look at judgments that were delivered, in Nigeria in recent past, you notice that they normally favor, those politicians that have influence, to the extent that a sitting senator was able to thank his wife at the floor of National Assembly, thanking the wife who is a judge or a justice, thanking her for how she was able to help the colleagues. I mean, openly at the floor of the National Assembly. That will show you how corrupt our judiciary has become. To the extent there are some senators who are not supposed to be at the floor of the National Assembly, but because of the judiciary, because of judgments that were delivered, it is in Nigeria that someone that came forth in election was declared the winner and is serving as governor. All kinds of ruling that you begin to ask yourself, where does this make sense? How do these type of rulings make sense? But I'm happy that someone is talking to them. And if our judiciary should wake up and sanitize the system, sanitize their body, otherwise it has actually become a joke. But they can work within themselves to sanitize and to be able to win the confidence of the masses. Otherwise, honestly speaking, the judiciary is really something else in this era that we are in Nigeria. And thank you, Obi Ezekwesili. And honestly speaking, I call on our legal system, whatever body that they have, we need to salvage this country. We need to do something concerning this country. We cannot continue like this. Honestly speaking, we have to begin to deliver judgment, without fear or favor. Otherwise, Nigeria, will be heading, down, honestly speaking, because honestly, like we all know that it is difficult for any nation or for any serious investor to come into the country and invest when the judiciary system is not trustworthy, because they will be afraid. Honestly speaking, they are traveling up and down looking for investors and all those kind of things. The truth is that no serious investor will come to a country with corrupt judiciary system. None. No serious investor will come. And that is the truth, because your judiciary system determines how your country is viewed globally. And the international communities have come out to say that our judicial system is corrupt. And you think that investors will be coming in, in a country where they have corrupt judiciary? They will not. And on this note, I call on Nigerians. The problem actually starts when we have bad leadership. That is how it starts. And we can also correct it with good leadership. So I call on Nigerians, come 2027, we have a man that is good, a man that has been tested, a man that was able to govern properly when he was governor, and that person is Mr. Peter. We come together, support this man so that he comes and becomes our president. Whenever you ask Mr. Peter Obi his greatest achievement in Anambra State, he will tell you that it is bringing back civility. It is bringing back law and order. That is his greatest achievement, so that he can replicate the same in Nigeria, so that we'll begin to have a better, prosperous country. Thank you, and God bless.